Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Jtraedz TV. Man, guys, I do apologize for coming in a little late. Man, with this new OBS thing, they got me. They got a new OBS multi-streamer. Man, I had to learn how to just work it out. Like before, the old one, once you hit start stream, it'll automatically start your stream. But this one, this brand new one they got, man, you gotta jump through hurdles and hoops and everything else just to get it started. So if you guys can hear me, see me, everything is working properly, guys, hit me with the thumbs up, man. But I do apologize for coming in a little late. I tried to hit the start streaming immediately, and I had to jump through hurdles just to get it started. So I apologize. But like I said, if y'all can hear me, see me, everything is good, we clear. Hit me up with a thumbs up. Hit me up in the chat. Let me know we all good to go so we get this ball rocking and rolling. Ingrid, I see you, Quinn. Mwah! Thank you so much for joining me. We will be starting the small account challenge starting tomorrow. Also, don't forget about that, Queen. And I hope you like your name on the. I just added a new little thing. You're gonna see it come up right where that little thing is scrolling. Under donation, your name should pop up as one of the top donators. It should pop up after the kick new follow. I think your name should pop up right about here. Bam. There you go. Because I want to give everybody recognition. So, guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and take a dive because we got to go over a few things before we do jump into the charts. And another reason why it took so long, too, because I had to create a different TOS, for the market briefing versus the live stream charting. So that's why I got all these things stacked up. So I'm going to have one set up for briefing where we can just go automatically over all our charts. And then I'll have the regular live stream back up tomorrow. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into our news, guys. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. So let's go over what we have right now. So as of right now, they said the S&P closed slightly higher on Friday, the first trading day of 2026, as gains in the semiconductor names kept in the index afloat. Yeah, no problem, quick. Cause I want to give y'all recognition, man, and just tell you guys thank y'all for the things that y'all do for me. So, from follow to subscribers to whatever the case may be, I want to give you guys y'all props and love. So I got that right there. So that's based off of the latest subscriber, member, follower, donator, and whatever the case may be. It goes by the last person. Excuse me. All right, let me finish reading this. They say, okay, the benchmark closed up 0.19% at 6.8 thousand. They said while the NASDAQ composite fell 0.03% to finish at 23,000. We'll just say 23.2, whatever. The two have been solidarily, excuse me, I'm just rushing right now. Positive early in the day with the S&P 500 and the tech-heavy NASDAQ trading higher by 0.7%. Industrial average moved up man, these are some weird numbers. At 1.19.10% points or 0.66% to settle at, that's some weird numbers, 48.3. Friday's gain marks the reversal from the first day trading trend of the last few years. Let's go to the second page. Almost done, guys. I'm just trying to read all the things. Because I know this really ain't nothing to talk about. Okay, we'll just jump into the areas about the stocks or the things that we need to pay attention to as we do move ahead. We'll just dive into the bottom area. All right, key chip stocks such as Nvidia and Micron Technology climbed in the session. The former rose more than 1% and latter popped more than 10%. So it said both artificial intelligence related names were big winners in 2025. Nvidia jumped about 39%, while Micron surged more than 240%. So let's go ahead and get that out the way. So in other words, and I'm gonna have a list, guys. And Aussie, tell me if you got it in your Discord. I did post up the 3 top stocks to watch in different sectors, especially in the AI sector. And guys, I'm gonna go over that as well in a few minutes. Let me go ahead and close that down. Let's go ahead and take a look into SPY's recaps. All right. So Friday, last but not least, guys. Friday, we had an open of 685.71. I have 686.87. a low of 679.82, a close of 683.17. I'm about to say 17. Jesus. You know I'm tired, man. I've been ripping and running, trying to get everything situated for you guys. I do apologize, so my mind all over the place. I'm sorry. And the volume at 89.3 million. Right. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, and because I'm rushing, and I do apologize, man. I'm all over the place. I'm so sorry, man. Okay, as far as our economic goes, let's go take a look at our economics. 10 o'clock tomorrow, we do have the ISM manufacturing PMI prices. That's going to be at 10 o'clock. Tuesday, we're going to have the S&P Global Services PMI. That's going to be at 9:45. Wednesday, 8:15, we're going to have the ADP non-farm employment change, 8:15. And then 10 o'clock, we're going to have the ISM non-manufacturing PMI and prices. Also, the JOLTS job openings. That's going to be at 10. And then last but not least, we're going to have crude oil inventories. That's going to be at 10:30. Thursday, 8:30, we're going to have initial jobless claims. And last but not least on this bad boy is going to be the non-farm payroll Friday, January 9th at 8:30. Because like I said, I have to get used to all these new breakdowns, man. I do apologize. Man. So let's go ahead and close that out because I know y'all waiting for these charts, man. So I'm almost done, guys. Okay, here we go. So I got this to go over real quick because we're going to go over the stocks that we're going to definitely be keeping our eyes peeled on as far as in the AI sector. Therefore, we're going to be going definitely keeping our eyes peeled on NVIDIA, Apple, Tesla, and we have a few other ones intact as well. Where's my little list that I just created not too long ago? Here we go. Let's go over our list first. Let me get this out of the way. Where's my list? Top 3. There we go. All right, so as far as our top 3, let's see. And shout out to Deck for bringing up this chart, these lists. I got to give credit to what credit is due. He brought it up in Twitter, so I went ahead and took a copy of that, and so I can go over these different stocks with you guys. Again, shout out to Deck Moore. Shout out to Sean for that, man. Appreciate him for that. Top 3 stocks to watch in each growth sector. We have, and some of them I cut off so we can mainly focus on the blue chips, and some of them I just kind of did away with to kind of shorten it up a little bit. But I do have the full list, guys. Now my thing is acting up. We got a full list that's going to be on Patreon and Discord, and yeah, I think that's the main 2 places I put it. Other than that, let's go over these few tickers. We got AI infrastructure. That's going to be CRWV. NBISIREN. AI chips, we're going to have NVIDIA, AMD, and you can tell all the blue chip companies, guys. I listed them in red, and I'll put the asterisk right on the side of it. AI networking, we have AVGO, we have ALAB, MRVL. AI cloud, we're going to have Microsoft, of course, Amazon, Google. Nuclear, we'll have OKLO. Robotics, we're going to have Tesla, and AI security, CRWD. So those are going to be the main ones we'll definitely keep our eyes peeled on. But you can clearly see we're going to have a hot sector, especially in the AI sector, with a lot of companies that may be having a lot of potential coming up soon. Like I said, NVIDIA, AMD, and I'm calling out all the blue chip companies, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Tesla, of course, and so forth. And then you already know CRWV, one of my favorite scalpers that I love to trade with. Y'all already know what time it is on that one. As far as NVIDIA goes, we'll just go into the main things that we need to go over instead of going, reading the whole entire thing. So, okay, challenges ahead. NVIDIA may face declaration risk in 2026 due to potential slowdown in capital. Lord, I can't even say my name right. Say the name right. Expenditures for hyperscalers in increased competition in the chip market. Opportunities in AI. Despite challenges, NVIDIA could benefit from efficiency gains in AI technology, which may enhance profitability across the tech sector. Investor sentiment. Investor sentiment remains cautious as analysts highlight the need for flawless execution to maintain pricing power and market positions. All right, let's see. As far as Apple, let's see what we can go over the main things. We'll just go over, okay, upcoming events. The Consumer Electronics Show, which is the CES 2026, starting January 6th. That'll be Tuesday. We'll spotlight AI innovations, which could present new growth ventures. I say ventures, Jesus. I'm so tired right now. Avenues for Apple. Let me see. Investment performance overview. Apple's investors have achieved a 112% return over the last 3 years, with a 109% increase in share price, showcasing strong long-term performances. All right, last but not least, and then we'll go into our charts, guys. I know it's a lot, but we got to cover a lot of things, guys, because we got to know how to properly prepare ourselves for 2026. What stocks to look forward to. As far as, like I said, AI wise, we already know Nvidia, AMD, Microsoft, Google, Tesla, and so forth. So it's a lot of stocks that we need to go over. So that's why a lot of these talking points are going to be very important. All right. As far as competitive landscape for Tesla, Tesla's vehicle sales dropped 9% in 2025, losing its top position in Chinese rival BYD, which sold 2.26 million vehicles. Market reaction: the stock market had tough week with Tesla flashing a sell signal. I mean, we all saw that right across the board. Following delivery miss with chip maker Nvidia and AMD remain strong. So we just went over that. The main ones that we want to definitely keep eyes peeled for: Nvidia and AMD. Elon Musk's ambitions. Musk Ventures, he said, including Tesla and SpaceX, continue to drive speculations about his potential to become the world's first trillionaire. That's insane. That's really insane. All right, guys. So here are all the charts that I broke down for you guys. Now these are going to be weekly. We'll go ahead and start off with SPY. So I went ahead and drew everything out as close as possible. Let me bring it down a little bit. Right, as we are going into 2026, I did mark out a few little price points, and I do apologize. Like I said, I'm just exhausted, man. I've been up designing, putting everything together, man. But we should be clear and good to go for definitely for tomorrow. So, and I do apologize, man. I had a lot on my plate today. I do apologize. All right, here we go, guys. Now we go over our charts, and I'm so sorry. All right. As far as SPY, I did some research in the back end. So far, we do have a 52-week high. That's going to be around the 691.66 right here, these levels here, guys. So as far as this week, past week that just performed, we mainly stayed in the realm of, to be honest, 690, 680. As we go into tomorrow, again, for the long side, we want to definitely get back above that 688, 690 level. For that possible pushback towards the 700. But the only thing that is concerning to me right now, we got this strong resistance that's right in the way of us, because we done tried it numerous times, guys, where we done hit this thing over and over and over and over again, where we done hit this level multiple times and came right back on down. So my thing is, that's the only thing that's concerning on me, because the last time we hit this key level, that was all the way, and we talked about this, it was all the way back in 2021, 2022, when we last hit this trend line around 480, and then had that nice market sell-off, which we got that cool-off period. So, and right here, we never came back down to the old breakout level, all the way back down to a 610. So that is the only thing that is concerning of me right now. So it's like it dips into me asking myself, can we go for this, an actual breakout bullish movement at the beginning of the year? Or will we start to get this nice little rinse and repeat flush that we got in 2021 to 2022? I know I'm getting a little few errors on my thing, man. It's like with this new update on this OBS. Guys, tell me if everything is working fine, please. Aussie, from anybody on Twitch, anybody on YouTube, Kick, guys, let me know that everything is working fine, because I'm getting some errors right now, and I know that's probably due to the new upgrade that's been done to OBS, and I'm just making sure that it's not affecting anything on you guys' end. Aussie, let me know how everything is working, or how everything is looking on you guys in right now, because I know I keep getting an error message. Yeah, just please keep me updated on that, just to let me know if everything is fine. And we're gonna go over, like I said, we're gonna go over every talking point. So as of now, like I said, as far as the week's performance, I mean, we stayed in the range of 690, 680. Like I said, for the long term, long side, we definitely want to get that break above 88, 690 level for that possible push up to 700, but we do have some strong resistance right in front of us. However, if we do get that pull, okay, everything looks good. Okay. I do apologize. Like I said, I'm just all over the place because I'm just trying to get everything. Everything is new. So, I do apologize, Queen. I'm so sorry. And let me know, since I do have you, what charts in particularly that you want to go over, please let me know and we'll go over it. We'll go over any charts you want to go over to, Queen. And we're also going to go into the 1 hour chart as well to take a look at that. But as far as the weekly goes, like I said, we are still in somewhat of a range, in a $10 range between 680, 690. Now on the short side, if we could get these, if sellers can successfully crack that 680 level, yes, you do have room to pull down into the 670s, down into the to the lower areas of 660, coming back down to the low key areas here. We're gonna definitely see how we're gonna perform starting off next week. We know that we have some tough resistance right in front of us, right ahead, at 688, 690 for sure. We definitely want to get that breakout. But again, every week we keep hitting these resistant areas over and over again. So again, the only thing that makes me think, could we see a rinse and repeat that we had already in 2021, 2022, when we try to test this area numerous times, try to break above this trend line numerous times, where we got that massive that pullback. So that's the only thing that's concerning of me, like that is of my concern at this moment. And then as far as SPY, let's go into the 12 hour real quick too. Let me take a look at that. I know I didn't get all my charts set up like I needed to, but so let's see. 12, let's see. I say 12, I'm sorry, 1 hour. So as far as the 1 hour, we clearly saw throughout those past 2 weeks, that the pattern that we did see was an inverted cup and handle pattern, which we got stuffed out right around the 91, 92 area, 691, 692 area, all the way back on down towards the 680 level. So again, we kind of just been balancing back and forth between the 90s and the 80s. But we did get a little bounce right off of the 80 level back above, the 82s and so forth. Now the range or the pattern that I do have set up based off of what we had in the past, Nadia and also anybody else, is like the somewhat of a downtrend setup. We have a downtrend setup that started off I think was that week before last. Yeah, week before last. That started off the matter of fact, I think that was around the Christmas time when we started off the downtrend setup. So right now we're still downtrending, we're still losing value because we could not get back above the 690s. Now we started losing from the 690s now into the 688s, now into the 686s. So it looked like it's building up more lower highs than higher lows. But we're gonna definitely keep this on watch going into tomorrow. We definitely want to stay above that 680, 682 level if we're trying to get that reversal back up to the upside. We know for sure where the strongest resistance or strong areas of where sellers are going to be located at is going to be right around the 686 up to that 688 level. So you can see right here where these sellers came in aggressive for the past 2 days before the market, before we ended this week. That was Thursday and well, not Thursday, Friday, because we had New Year's. That was Wednesday and Thursday. Yeah, Wednesday and Thursday, because we had a day off. I forgot about that. So Wednesday we got rejected. We ran up as high as 688, got that rejection, pulled back on down. Friday, we tried to go for that push back up, got rejected, came right back on down, thus creating lower highs, thus putting us in a downtrend range. So right now we already lost 688, we already lost 686, now we are underneath 684. And if y'all notice, it's kind of like we're going down in $2 increments. So we're going from like 690, 688, 686, now down to 684s, now kind of battling in around that area of the 682s to 684 levels. But it still looks a little weak though. It still look like it's building somewhat of a downtrend pattern. So I'm definitely gonna keep my eyes peeled going into tomorrow. As far as on the upside, we definitely want to get that rebreak of 684 back up towards that 686, because we definitely want to take out these levels. Because like I said, the main goal is for us is to get back up towards the 690s. So we definitely want to get back up towards that. But if you notice, all we're doing right now at this moment is building lower highs. So every single time we retest these areas, we come on down. Retest that area, we come on down. So if you notice, we are declining versus inclining. So if you notice, again, we have a downtrend setup that's right in front of us. Now, the main level that we're all standing above, that we're all holding above at this time, is between the 680 and 682 level. So, Aussie, what you think that we're gonna be dealing with going into next week? Like, do you think that Boss can step in? Do you think Boss can go for that push back above 84, retest these areas up to 86, 88, and go for that retest of 690? Or do you think that we're gonna start to build even more lower lows from the 84s down to the 82s, then retesting the 680s all over again? So, what do you think, Queen? Do you think that Boss can step in and go for that push? Basically off of these key levels back up to the upside of 84, 86, or do you think that those sellers can come in? Do you think it could be a trap? In other words, do you think it could be a possible trap, a bull trap? Right, kind of like in this little area right here. So we're gonna definitely keep our eyes peeled to see where we go, to see if we're gonna get somewhat of a gap up. We'll buy. Oh, there go my mom calling. Hold up, guys. She will be calling when I'm on my live stream. She will do that. Hold on, guys. All right, guys, I'm back. I apologize. That was my mom. My mom calling. So, as of now, from what I see on the 1 hour time frame, like I said, we had this nice little bounce off of this 681.71, 682 for that possible push, where that push back up towards this almost around 687 to 687 level where we got rejected and that nice pullback on down. So, like I said, but the overall pattern does look like we're just setting up for still somewhat of a downtrend because we're losing value versus gaining value. So, I'm definitely gonna keep my eyes peeled on these key levels going into tomorrow to see on how these buys are going to perform versus the sellers are going to perform. To see, especially with the news that just came out, we know with Venezuela and all of this, this attack and everything that then took place, to see on how it's going to affect the market and so forth. So we're going to have a lot on our plates to see what's going to take place. Also, let me go ahead and close that one out. So, like I said, as of now with SPY, it's still looking a little bearish to me. So I'm definitely. Oh, there she must be calling already. Say she here. Jesus, this woman here. Hello? Okay, on my way. All right. I'll be right back, guys. My mom was dropping off some stuff, man. I do apologize, man. Today has just been a busy day, man. Give me 20 seconds, guys. I'll be right back, man. But thank y'all so much for y'all time and patience, man. Oh, today's just busy. Be right back, though, guys. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, guys, I'm back. I do apologize. It's because now that we have the baby boy, like, she's just so excited to buy things now, man. I'm like, God, you don't have to buy everything. Just chill out. but yeah, guys, we here, man. So there. Let's keep everything focused. Let's see where we at right now. Like I said, right now, as of now, the main thing that I do see so far with SPY, I do see like again a downtrend pattern that's taking place after this nice bullish run that we did have at the beginning from that 670. We had that nice run all the way on up towards the 692-ish area. Now we came getting this nice reversal back down to the downside, which we did have a inverted cup and handle pattern, which you can clearly see that we have. So right now, definitely keep my eyes peeled. So look like I said, we are battling in between the price points of 682 to 684. Like I said, for buyers, we definitely want to get that break back above 684 for that possible push and retest of 686 up to 688. So definitely gonna keep my eyes peeled on that. Now on the short side, you want to crack that 682 for that possible retest and crack of 680, because what we want to do is we want to find our way back down to these low key areas here if you are on the short side. So we definitely want to take this area out. See right here, they took the old area here of strong resistance, utilize that for possible support, and you utilize that bad boy to bounce back to the upside. So what we want to do is turn this back into resistance. So that's why we're going to need to crack back underneath that 682, back down towards that 680 level, and get that nice tumble all the way back down to the downside. Which to me, me personally, it wouldn't be a bad thing. Like, I wouldn't mind a nice pullback down, you know, towards some good key areas where we get some good bounces. Like, to me, that would be more than perfect. I mean, look how powerful these levels were before. When we came down towards the 670s, look how far we went up to. Damn near on a $10 run from 670s to the 680s. And then right here, we wound up holding around the 674, getting out that nice push all the way from 674 all the way up towards the 690s. Well, you had a good nice little swing trade towards the upside. But yeah, personally, I wouldn't mind a nice little pullback down to the downside where we get this nice area, a strong demand zone where 9 times out of 10 more buyers can sit at and look for a more long opportunity back down there. I wouldn't mind that. I definitely wouldn't mind that. Okay, so let's see. We already went over SPY. Let's go over NVIDIA. All right, NVIDIA. I got NVIDIA set up right here too, guys, as well. All the ones that I'm going over right now is, guys, the weekly charts. We're going over the weeklies, and then we'll go into like the 1 hour, 12 hours, just to kind of get a deeper dive inside on, you know, what to look for as far as, you know, NVIDIA, Microsoft, and so forth. As far as NVIDIA's performance on the weekly, we do have a 52-week high right around at 212.19. We are holding on top of this trend line. So what level is this right now? 188. So right now we're holding between 188. Buyers are trying to hold this key level, but we definitely want to take out this 212 level for that possible push back up to 220. It was a level that I heard a trader talking about. It was saying a prediction of 230 plus. I'm gonna definitely keep my eyes peeled on that, but like I said, I think that NVIDIA may have a lot left in that, some room to run. So I'm gonna definitely keep my eyes peeled on that, especially with the AI sector taking off the way that it's doing. So definitely keep my eyes peeled on that to see, can we hold above these levels right around that 680. I'm thinking about SPY. 188 to 190 levels. So those are the levels that I want to see us get back above for that possible push and retest back up to 200 to 212ish level. So I definitely want to see us give us that kind of like that continuation uptrend movement. That's what I definitely want to see us do. Now on the short side, again, you want to fall back underneath the 188 as we fall back down towards the 182s, down to the 180s. So you definitely want to get that. You want to see that reversal back down to the downside. But right now, I mean, NVIDIA's holding up pretty decent at this moment. Like I said, the main thing that we want to stay above is that 188. We want to retest and re-break 190, get that push back up to that 200 level. So we want to definitely get that nice rotation back up to the upside. You know, reclaim all these key levels around that 196, 200, back up to retesting that 52-week high right around that 212.19. So I mean, it's definitely, like I said, it's definitely still uptrending. Definitely still looking pretty decent. So I mean, I wouldn't count NVIDIA out just yet. I mean, it's still looking good. I mean, they'll still be prepping itself up. So keep your eyes peeled on that. Let's look at it from a 12-hour standpoint. Let me take a look at that real quick. But like I said, I like the overall setup though that we do have. I mean, we do have still have an uptrend, still trying to build its way on up. Again, we do have these tops right around this 212.19 that we definitely need to take out, but you do have room to push up towards that price point. So again, if you are on the long side, as long as you hold at 188, you got room to run toward that 190 to 196. From that area up to 200, and then once we get that break, your high of day 52-week high is going to be around 212.19, kind of giving us that U-shaped pattern, you know, red to green move back to the upside. So definitely keep your eyes peeled on that for sure. So I'm gonna keep that on watch. All right, let's see what Apple's doing. And I know Apple, I'll say I know Apple is one of your favorites too. I already did some research on that as well for Apple. Did some research on that one as well too, Queen. For as Apple, the little level that I do have, I mean, we ran up as high. We had a 52-week highs of 288.62. Came back on down right underneath this 280 level. So it looked like we're balancing in between 265, 280 at this moment. So what we want to do, especially if we want a long opportunity, we definitely want to make sure we maintain, stay above this 265 level, get our way back up towards this 270, 275. Want to re-break 280 for that possible push right back up towards that 52-week high of 288. Because I definitely want to see a nice little retest up towards this 280. So right now, where we at right now? I think at 271. Right around the 271s. So yeah, definitely want to see that nice little pullback bouncing opportunity back to the upside. Just kind of, like I said, just mainly stay on top of this frame right here. So between the 270s and 265s, I definitely want to make sure we stay within this range. Try to stay within somewhat of like this ascending triangle pattern. So I definitely want to make sure we hold, again, stay above this 265, 270 for that possible push and retest of 280 up towards those high days. So I definitely want to keep my eyes peeled on that. So, I mean, we could just be setting up, getting ready. You know what I mean? Because you got to keep in mind, guys. I mean, we're just starting. We just at the beginning of January. So, I mean, we could just be prepping up, gearing up for what's to come. So, just don't take your eyes off on it. You know, just watch these key levels. We know the levels that we need to break back up towards the upside. For Apple, we know we have this 280 level up towards that 288. What was the other charts we were looking at too on Apple? Wasn't it the 12-hour time frame? I think we was looking at Aussie. I think it was the 12-hour time frame, correct? Let me switch this over to the to Apple real quick. We already went over SPY, so let me go to over here real quick. Apple on the wait. I'm looking at the wrong. I said one. I'm at 12. I'm sorry. Where's my 12-hour time frame at? Oh, here we go. Yeah, see, I mean, I was trying to set up a new setup, guys, for the market briefing, man. Yeah, I was trying, because I know I was going to have to go over multiple charts. That's why I had to try to figure out the best way I could. I was going to go over a lot of charts, man. A lot of them. All right, let's go to Apple real quick, guys. Let's see. Why is this thing taking? Oh, AAPL, duh. All right, AAPL. See how we're looking on 12 on this one real quick? CCC. What we doing? Yeah, see the same. I'm around the same price points that we looked at on the 5-year chart, guys. I mean, on the weekly chart. Those low areas right around the 64, 65, which is the main area I said that we need to maintain. So we look at it from a 12-hour time frame. I mean, which you can see it a little bit clear as well. You can see where these bottoms located. You can see where these where the buyers came in. Right around this 685, I'm sorry, 266, 265 level right here. We had this nice little bouncing area, 266.40. So where we at right now? Underneath the fighting around this 270. Still on this downtrend setup. So the main thing I definitely want to make sure that we hold is around this 265, 266 level. To see can buyers hold for that possible push back up to the upside, but it's starting to tumble just a little bit right underneath that right underneath the 272 to the 270 levels for sure. So we got like a downtrend setup on Apple at this moment. So it looks like a lot of them are just cooling off at the moment. So I'm gonna definitely keep my eyes peeled on that. What other stocks we got, guys? Let me see. What else did we say we was gonna go over? Did we go? No, we didn't go over Tesla yet, did we? Tesla did the doom. Nice little drop on the weekly. Tested right around that 500, got rejected, pulled all the way back down to the levels I told you I was gonna pull back down to, which was gonna be around the 435 level. I forgot. I think I told Atomic that we were gonna be pulling back down towards 235, and I'm gonna tell you how I figured that out. So I went towards my chart, of course, my 12-hour chart, and you can clearly see what buyers basically utilized before, which was 435. 435 pullback, got that bounce, and got that nice push back up towards the upside, towards 495 to 500. You can definitely see this pullback bouncing opportunity. So you go right across the board as we were falling back on down. What do you think those buyers were going to step back into? 435. So now the only thing though that I do see with Tesla that does look inverted, I do see somewhat of an inverted cup. You can look at it in two different ways. You can look at it as an inverted cup, and you can also look at it as almost like a head and shoulders pattern. because you got a shoulder here, head here, because we're back underneath that 470. So definitely keep your eyes peeled on that to see. So in other words, how much further, if we were to get some more downside, how much further could we pull back down to? It's the $1 million question. I do see this old level. That was around 380. This 380 area. Once we get this crack of 435, because that'll crack us out of that trend line, going from the bullish side of things to now the bearish side of things. So we do get that 435 crack. I mean, you got room to fall back down to the 430s, 425s, 420s, and so forth. But we'll come back down to these lower key areas. So we're gonna definitely keep our eyes peeled to see, you know, how the market is going to perform this week. You know, to see can we get some few rebounds, especially with Tesla, to see can we stay above that 435 level, get that push back up towards the 455 ranges. To see can we get a lot of to get those pushes back to the upside. So, guys, like anything though, she said I'm driving balls. What's going on in Venezuela? Oh yeah, because yeah. I mean, it's a lot of. Let me see if CNBC even updated the news to see about that, to see if they saying anything else as far as that taking place. Anything updated so far? Nope. All they saying is Rubio explains how U.S. might run Venezuela after I can't even say his name. Maduro's ouster. I don't see anything else popping up that's. It's gonna be very interesting to see though, especially after what just took place. Definitely keep our eyes peeled, man. So, I mean, to me, and even with the small account challenge, I mean, I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. I mean, I think let me put it back to my normal. Cause this looking at this drive me crazy. I can't do this. I was trying to do this for the market briefing, guys, but this is driving me nuts. Just looking at all this is just. I mean, I got all the charts and everything set up, but it just don't. I gotta get used to this, man. I gotta put it back to the normal charting. I was trying to do. Yearly goal as far as what, Queen? Profit wise, or what you mean? Let me go to my normal chart. Like, but you mean it's profit as far as profit goal wise, yearly? I am pushing. Let me see, because I know right now we start with 100. So the goal is. I mean, me, I wouldn't really want. I mean, like I said, even 100K. Yeah, like I said, even 100K would be fine with me. You know, to grow a small account, you know, starting at $100 up to 100K plus. I mean, that's my goal. You know, to take it to the 6-figure bracket, but we gonna all do it together. But let me go back to my normal chart, cause this right here, I can't do this. It's like it's messing with my it's messing me up. I can't do this. Like I gotta put the normal. I gotta put the normal chart, cause it's driving me nuts. Looking at that, it's too many lines. It's just I gotta put it back to normal. I can't do it. I was trying to do something different for you guys. I can't do it. I can't do it. I gotta go back to normal. Drive me nuts. Oh yeah, I did use let me see what I did. And this is something I drew out too earlier too, guys, when I had my normal chart set up. I think I used a 1 hour time frame when I drew out these arrows. So guys, and for my Patreon members, guys, I will have all of the chartings marked off. You know, for everybody who are, you know, members of Patreon and so forth. So I will have everything mapped out and again charted and everything for you guys, so y'all have a better look and understanding. So this is what I was kind of dabbing with this morning. Just trying to, you know, get a clear understanding on how, you know, the direction of the market, which way to go, or where we're going for the, you know, next week, and so forth. So I was just trying to figure out the performance from last week going into this week. So far, from the 2 weeks combined, I mean, again, all I see is a downtrend setup so far with SPY. A downtrend setup. So I'm definitely got my eyes peeled. I'm going to be watching in between the 682 to 684 levels. So we see where the buyers are located at this moment. Right around the 680 level here and 682 level here. We do have these tops where the sellers are located at, which is going to be around the six. I'm around the numbers off. It's going to be around 684 up to the 686s. But I'm going to definitely keep my eyes peeled. But yeah, my goal, Queen, the yearly goal is to turn $100 to 100,000. So that's the goal. You know, even if I go beyond that before time, I mean, I'm gonna still keep going, but my main goal is to turn, again, $100 to damn near six figures. So, and I'm gonna do it live in front of everybody. Like I said, it's gonna be different charts that I'm gonna be depending on, and again, I'm gonna go over my different charts that I will be looking at for me personally. SPY for sure. I will trade SPX from time to time. Now, when I see an opportunity to trade SPX, I'm gonna do it. Tesla is gonna be one of my stocks that I'm gonna look at. CRWV, you already know, one of my scalpers. So it's gonna be like about 3 or 4 stocks I'm gonna have under my belt that I'm gonna keep on watch. Aussie, where I can benefit from. But the yearly goal is to get up 100,000 plus. Even if I go past 100,000, I'm gonna just keep it going. But just to grow again, $100 to 100,000 in front of everybody is, to try to give people as much confidence as possible. So I'm gonna do every trade in front of everybody. So right here to show that I'm not lying, I'm gonna have right here my P&L, my little P&L open chart right here. I got this top area for calls, and I got this little bottom area for puts. So when y'all know when I jump in, I'll let you guys know which, what I'm about to jump into. Whether I'm going on the long side, whether I'm going on the short side. So this represents the long side. This represents the short side. So, and I will alert everybody, let everybody know when that will take place. Am I moving around the right shorts? Oh shoot, hold on. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so guys, so like I said, as of right now, based off my hourly, again, the main thing I do see right now is somewhat of a downtrend. So look like, depending on what's gonna take place, when the market does become active, watching between these two price levels, we're already underneath 84. So either two things is about to happen. One of the two. Either we're going to see a nice little possible gap up back up towards that 84, where buy's going to try to reverse this play back up to the upside, or we could see a nice rejection here and then move back down towards retesting 82 and giving us that continuation sell-off. So I'm going to definitely keep my eyes peeled to see on, which way the market is going to be setting itself up. But like I said, with those 2 weeks combined, right now at this moment, we have a downtrend right in front of us. We definitely have a downtrend right in front of us. So, and this is off my hourly time frame. Definitely off my hourly time frame. So this is what I have, from these tops down to these bottoms. And now if y'all need me to color code it, I'll color code it for you guys so it'll be a little bit more understandable. So you already know green represents support and, buying opportunities, and tops right around resistance, selling opportunities. So you can clearly see that. Around the red, puts. Green, calls. Now you see it. Well, I like to kind of utilize that in a sense. Makes a lot of sense when you following the trend, pretty much. So as of now, even though we are on a downtrend, we gotta watch these levels here. You can see with this O area here, that's gonna be around 83.32. So all I'm doing is just taking this old area here, where we did bounce, where we did red to green, when sell buyers came in, we're going to utilize that for possible resistance, because we got to keep in mind, guys, we're underneath it. So from that level, what else do we have on down? So we have this old resistance level here that's now possible support, which is now putting you in a range. So that means that we could see a little bit of ping pong back and forth action. That's going to be between, now go ahead and draw it out for you guys. Right about here. So this old area here, where there used to be resistance, can now be utilized for possible support, because now we're above it. And then we got this level that used to be support, now being utilized for resistance, which is now kind of, again, putting you in a kind of like in a range, in a ping pong battle with buyers and sellers in between around the 84s, 82s. So I'm gonna definitely keep my eyes peeled to see what we're gonna, how we're gonna start off going with tomorrow. Because you gotta remember, Monday sets the tone, Friday sets the standard. So the goal is to see on how we're gonna perform. Either we're gonna outperform last week and week before's, price points, or we're gonna underperform. So either we're gonna get this continuation going into a third, or could we see a reversal? So this right here, guys, is 2 weeks combined. 2 weeks combined, despite the holidays that we had, Christmas and New Year's. both weeks combined is equaling up to a downtrend. So the question is, as we go into a new week, which is tomorrow, Monday through Friday, the question is, will we get a continuation sell-off, or will we eventually reverse back to the upside? Me personally, what I would like, I know the market ain't gonna care what the hell I like. Me personally, what I would like, I would like a sell-off. I would like a sell-off back down to, these key areas from, here, even back down to here. Could be some good buying opportunities where buyers can come right back on in, buy back up and go for the, nice reversal back up to the up. Now you see what I'm trying to get at? Taking these old key areas here, right here, and right here. So that's why I said I wouldn't mind it selling off and then getting a nice strong bounce back up to the upside. So basically take advantage of the selling opportunity, of course, not waiting for the longs. But, we do continue to sell off, play the put sides till we get to certain key areas, take my position, because you got a key area that's going to be right here, right around this 674, and you're going to be having another possible key area that's going to be around the 670s. So that's going to be your two possible key areas, because once you crack this level, then you got one more level on down, which is going to be around here. So, but that's why I said I wouldn't mind if we do get a continuation sell-off, and it's going to give you possible another cup and handle pattern, which would be insane, because we already had one before, which is right here. We already had inverted cup and handle pattern number 1, and if that could sell-off continues, we could have another cup and handle pattern presenting again. So you already got number 1 right here, cup and handle pattern, boom, boom, boom. Now we drop back this way. This can be another possible cup and handle pattern like this, going all the way back down to these bottoms this way. So that could be. It's a possibility, but we'll see. It's a lot of opportunity on the downside. We do get that pull, especially once we start to crack underneath the 82s and 80s back into the 70 ranges. I mean, a lot of selling opportunities, and I'm gonna look for buying opportunities, for the reversal. So just play both sides of the fence the best way I can. So all I'm gonna do is keep my eyes peeled tomorrow, guys. I'm gonna see how the market is gonna set itself up. To see can buyers hold this 682 for that possible bounce back up to retest in 684 for that for the push up towards 686, 688, or could we crack the 682s back down and retest in the 680s? So I'm gonna definitely keep my eyes peeled to see which on how we're gonna perform next week for sure. I know we're gonna have a few little data. I know the main thing that people are gonna be having their eyes on is gonna be the non-farm payroll. That's gonna be Friday. It's gonna be at 8:30 for sure. But as of now, I mean, we're still holding between. You can see right here where buyers are, definitely trying to hold a demand zone, which is gonna be around 680, 682. And then we have the top areas, which is going to be around 686, 680, 688. So you can clearly see where your sellers are located, and you can clearly see where your buyers are located. So you can see what buyers are trying to hold or trying to utilize, again, 80, 82. And then towards the tops, you can clearly see where the sellers are at, 88, 86. So thus, putting you in like a ping pong battle. So either we're going to break out and move to the upside, where we can retest the 686, 688, or we'll fall back down to 682, 680 for that possible nice little pull to the downside. So we'll see. We'll definitely see what the market is gonna, what the market has in store for us, guys. So all I'm gonna do right now, like I said, and how I have been doing, and how I've been making them, the market easier, a little bit easier for me as far as my entries and everything. All I've been doing is using my hourly. To be honest, because anybody can do this. There's no secret. I mean, just look at your old key areas. Like Aussie, have you been utilizing that lately? As far as your, or chat or anybody, the 1 hour is not a bad thing to use. So a little trick that I learned was, you go over the stock or the charts. Go over your 1 hour first, because what it does is it clears out all the noise from your 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minutes, and so forth. However, once you do place your lines, your highs, your lows, once you figure out where your low areas at, your high areas at, you can still use your 5 minute time frame, because all it's going to do is the lines is going to set motion for you on your 5 minute time frame. So that's the beauty part about it. And it can work for any stock, any ETF, anything of that nature. But that's the best thing to do. Like, take the time to just go back and just kind of like reanalyze certain areas in the past. So like, okay, let me make a new chart real quick. All right, let me I'm gonna make a new 5 minute real quick. 5 minute one. All right, let me clear everything off. And I'm gonna just show y'all what I do. Like, especially looking at this type of setups, all I try to do, to be honest, is just look at the old past areas. Like, I look for major areas where sellers came in at, and I look for major areas where buyers came in at. And it's not just about, and also I know we talked about this already, Queen. And a lot of you guys do this, and y'all, and I don't even lie, I know y'all do this because I do it too. That you get so more focused on the candles than the actual prices. So you'll be looking at the candles, you'll be trying to put your lines here, I'll be trying to put my lines here, but you don't even know what the hell the prices is. It's like you get so caught up in just looking at the lines. I'm looking at the candles, and nothing is wrong with placing your lines, on your candles, but are you looking off to the side to see what price point are we around? Because that'll help you. So in other words, that means is, okay, we placing a price point right around this level. Let's just say we were underneath it. So we know that 9 times out of 10 we will have more of a supply zone right around this 681.50 to 682.50, somewhere in this bracket where we can start to set up for. And this is another thing you can do too as well. I'll see. This is something else I always do too. So because sometimes just one line may not always cut it. I mean, it's giving you an idea of where the levels are, but you're always gonna have other areas as well too. You're gonna have higher highs. You're gonna have like higher wicks. So what I do is I'll just take like this, just try to get an overall understanding of a true supply zone, because it's gonna be more than one price area where sellers will try to come in at. So like right here, okay, we already know we had an area right around this 681.50s, but then we had another wick right around the 682.50s. So we know somewhere like in this little area, we know that sellers are gonna try to come in at between this area. So that means that you can either go off of this where this higher wick was. Let me try to fix it a little bit. To try to give you an understanding, like when you see something like this, like these top areas, on how to utilize these areas to the best of your ability. So let me remove this one. So let's take this top one here, and then you had a secondary level here, which was right underneath it, right about here. So all you had to do was just kind of figure out, okay, what prices are we around? Me, I like to round things off in my head. So normally, okay, I look at these areas, okay, I'm thinking about, 682, 681.50. So I'm thinking somewhere in that bracket. So me, I just got an OCD problem with that. Like, I like to round it. I like to do half dollar marks, whole dollar marks. So I'll round my number like 81.50, right? 81.50. And then this one will be around what was these highs at on this one? How was where 82.22? This first little pullback, I mean, you could have been kind of looking right across the board to kind of get an idea, where your next put opportunity could have been. So I mean, even right here, if you look at across the board, then you can see how powerful that 681.50 is. When you on top of 681.50, it was beneficial for longs, right? Because when you came around 681.50, what happened? Bounce. 681.50, bounce. You got a little dump, a little pullback below, but then you wind up reclaiming 681.50 once again, and then got that movement back to the upside. Now notice how it benefited the buyers or the longs when you were on top of that price point. Now look how it benefits the sellers when you're underneath that price point, right? Same exact price point, but now in reverse. So now think about it. 81.50, now resistance, pull back. 81.50, now resistance, pull back. 81.50, now resistance, pull back. So once you start to kind of understand these like key levels, you can kind of rinse and repeat them and kind of reutilize them. And that's what I do too. I try to look for certain key areas that'll benefit me to the best of my abilities. Once I see an area that's already set in motion, then I'll try to go for the second opportunity for that move back on down, because they're always going to return to a certain area. So yes, we like right here, for example. Yeah, we fell short. Well, we did get a little spike, in pre-market. But intraday, I know we didn't go all the way back up to 81.50. But the next day, pre-market, what did we hit? 81.50 exactly. Where we did green or red and dumped right back on down. But if you notice, you always found your way back to that price point. It pulled back to it like a magnet. whether we were on the upside or the downside. If you notice that, look at this. 81.50, 81.50, 81.50, 81.50. And then underneath, look at this. 81.50, 81.50, 81.50, 81.50. Then you finally got the 81. So you notice how you always find you find your way right back to that 81.50. You always find your way back to it. So it's like, and that's the things that I like to do. Like I like to do things like this because it gives me an idea of levels that we can return back to. Okay, think about it. For example, let me take this one off real quick. Remember, what was the price point we just talked about? 81.50, right? Look what happened. You left from 81.50, ran as high as 691, 692, and then where did you fall back down to? 81.50. Then you bounced off of 81.50, ran up as high as 86, and then you fell back down to what? 81.50. So you notice how you always find your way back to that price point. So, and then just notice the rotation. Look, notice the rotation. So notice these bottoms, right? And then go all the way up to these tops. See? Notice the range? Started from these bottoms. Got that nice little climb all the way up to the top. But you know how to play the range. And look at this. And look how we just perfectly formed a channel. Look at this. Look how we perfectly form a channel. The boxes both look damn near perfect. Well, you got a mid, a top, a bottom. I mean, look how we just did that. Look how we just figured that out that quick. So boom, we know where these bottoms is, right? We know where these tops are. All right, go back. And last but not least, we know where our mid area is. That can act like support and resistance. Bam. See that? See? Look at this big old channel that we have right in front of us, guys. Look at this. Look at this big channel we have right in front of us. From bottoms, midpoint areas, tops. Then you rotate. Back down, midpoint area. So, in other words, if we want to see, okay, let me ask you guys this. Now that we broke this down real quick. By looking at this, if we were to short, what area do we need to crack? What area? What would be the main area that we would need to crack? Now looking at this, that we done broke this whole thing, this whole channel, this whole range down. Look how we created a big range. Look at this. From bottoms, mids, tops, and then you reverse. You notice that? You notice that big old rotation that we just did? So we know our price points, we understand our price actions, right? Around the 470s, 8150s, and around the 690s. And look at this. I mean, it's a tall tail. Look at this. Look at the rotation from these bottoms all the way up. You went on a bullish rally. Despite this little pullback, you still had a bullish rally all the way up to what? 690. Now you're having somewhat of a bearish rally because you're going green to red. So, and also notice again, you have an inverted cup and handle pattern. You have somewhat of down. You can look at it in different ways. You can look at it like, now that we're pulling back, you can look at it like this. Again, you can look at it from a cup and handle standpoint. Bam, bam, bam. You can look at it from a downtrend standpoint. Bam, you got that, and so forth. You can also look at it from a descending wedge standpoint. It's so many ways you can look at it. But the fact is, you recognize the pattern now. You went from an uptrend now to a downtrend. And look on how important that price point is, because you always find your way right back around it. I mean, we go back a little bit. Look at this. 8150, 8150, 8150, 8150, 8150, 8150, 8150, 8150, 8150. I mean, it's like a magnet. It's like it yanks it. So you got to think about these. All right, it's a little trick to it. So you gotta kind of take these areas into consideration. And I'm not just talking about the mid area. I'm talking about the top areas and the bottom areas, right? Because if the mid area can act like a magnet, so can your top act like a magnet. So can your bottoms act like a magnet. Why? Because if buyer's goal is to push up towards the 695 to 700, what needs to happen? We got to go back to retesting this area again, right? Because that's the area that's stopping you or preventing you from hitting the mid areas of the 90s and up to 700, 695s, and so forth. What stop you? This area here, right? So that means you're gonna have to go back and retest that. Vice versa. That's just like on the downside. So in order for us to get to 650s and so forth, what do we need to do? We need to come back to this area to retest to possibly crack and see lower price points. So all these areas act like a big, huge magnet. Again, your mid area, which can act like support and resistance because you can clearly see it. When you're on top of it, you bounce. When you're underneath it, it rejects. So same thing to take into consideration of these bottoms. Look right here. Come around this 671 level, bounce. Around the 690 level, get rejected. So that means that you only tested those areas one time. So the question is, which direction? Let me ask you guys this: the way the SPY is going, which direction do you guys think that we're going to be heading into 2026? What do you think? What do you think? I'm gonna ask you guys this. Chat, what do you guys think? What do you think the direction is going? Do you think it can do you think we can crack this 150 back down and retesting these lows again? Or do you think we can hold this key level and push our way back up towards that 690 level? So which direction, now that we figured out this big humongous channel that we have right in front of us, which way do you think that we truly, which way do you think we're going? What you think direction we're going? You think we're going to find our way back up to the 690s? Or do you think we're going to find our way back down to the 670s? What you think, chat? Man, is everything working, guys? Because I noticed I'm still getting these errors, man. Yeah, it's like ever since I updated this OBS, man. I mean, please tell me if it's acting up. Please let me know. Because I can't watch everything. I do apologize. I do see it moving a little, yeah, it is moving a little, I see how the way it's moving. Man, this OBS, man, I don't know. It's like with this new setup they have, it's not allowing me. I don't think it was going to even allow me to change my bit rates. This new setup they have, let me see. Can I change my bit rates maybe? Saying it's not having enough. Man. Guys, I do apologize, man. This new little setup they put, I don't know why I even updated. I should just kept it the way I had it, man. I should just kept it the way I had it. Yeah, I apologize for everything moving slow, man. This new little setup, this new thing that they just installed on God. Jeez, man. If I can put it back to the old version, I'll do it. I mean, this new little version, I'm not liking this at all. Man, bruh, it's starting to crash already. Yeah, I don't like this version. Look right here, look, see, it's not even letting me do nothing, man. It's should just kept the old version I had, man. I should just kept my old version. Should just kept it, man. Cause it's making everything run slow. Man, guys, I do apologize, man. If I could go back to the old version, I'll do it. Cause I don't like this one. I don't really like this one. Yeah, it's moving too slow, man. I do not like this one. Yeah, I don't like this at all. I already don't like it. Yeah, it's moving mega slow, guys. And I do apologize, man. This shit is getting on my nerves. If I can switch it back to the old version, I will. I don't like this one. Yeah, I don't like it at all. Yeah, I definitely don't like it. But yeah, guys, man, and I hate that the fact it's doing this in front of me while I'm trying to help you guys out, man. I hate that it's doing this crap. I'm gonna have to, man, if I can find I'm gonna have to try to use the old version if I can install the old version, because I just don't like this one. I really don't like this one. Yeah, I don't like this version. So guys, let me go ahead and shut it down. This OBS is acting stupid, man. Guys, let me go ahead and restart everything, man. And I'm gonna try to have everything ready for tomorrow's stream. I'm gonna try to put it back to the old original version, man, because I don't like this one at all. I don't like this version. If I can go back to the old one, I will. But yeah, guys, let me go ahead and head on out, man. I will be starting tomorrow morning at 9:15, and we'll be starting at the small account challenge and rocking and rolling. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch my I'm gonna try to switch the OBS back to the old version because I just don't like this one, and because it's moving too slow, it is lagging. I don't like it. I don't like it. So yeah, guys, let me go ahead and head on out. If y'all can see me, I will be heading back in tomorrow 9:15, and we'll get it ready to rock and roll. And I do apologize for the delays. It's just the OBS is acting up, and I'm sorry. But let me go ahead and head on out, guys. Y'all have a safe night. Love y'all. Like I said, y'all already know what I'm about to say before I head on out. Maximize your reward, minimize your risk. Always put grateful over greed, and you will succeed every single time. Till then, guys, y'all stay blessed, stay safe, and I will see y'all tomorrow, man. Love y'all. Peace.
Subscribe for more content.